Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 3 of this 90-day Great American Disaster period. And I gotta confess, it's more doomy than I thought it would be. I thought it would escalate and ramp up, but nope. Apparently we're taking giant leaps. We're over at the San Francisco gate, and once again, science is coming around to agree with me. California, supervolcano, discovered to be hiding 240 cubic miles of magma. That's weird. Usually if I'm hiding something, it's like marijuana. Who hides magma? You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Marijuana's illegal in Texas. I mean, it's decriminalized in Houston. We're talking about the Long Valley Caldera, and marijuana's legal there. Alright, scientists have discovered 240 cubic miles of semi-molten magma below the Long Valley Caldera, a supervolcano in eastern California near Mammoth Mountain. The long-dormant supervolcano is currently a 200-mile-long caldera, or a crater that forms after an eruption forces the mouth of a volcano to collapse. Hey, calm down, computer. Okay. According to an August report published in the scientific journal Geology, the semi-molten magma found could lead to possible eruptions. Hey, what do you know? The supervolcano erupted 760,000 years ago and blanketed a land within a 30-mile radius in hot ash. Volcanic material from the eruption was even detected in Nebraska, but the volcano has been dormant for the last 100,000 years. Fortunately, scientists do not believe the eruption on a giant supervolcano scale will occur anytime in the near future, since just 27% of the magma underneath the crater is liquid. I do believe that they think a smaller eruption is possible. We estimate that the reservoir currently contains enough melt to support another super eruption comparable in size to the caldera forming eruption 760,000 years ago. The report's conclusion reads, however, this volume and a relatively high melt fraction in no way ensures that the magma is eruptible. Okay, so it doesn't ensure that the magma is eruptible. Wonderful. That's great news, huh? However, the report notes that magma is certainly in regions of the volcano near the 50% threshold required for eruptions, meaning that a normal-sized volcano eruption in California is certainly possible. Okay. That means the normal-sized volcano eruptions are certainly possible in the eastern part of California. As I've been mentioning, with everything going on, and there's a chance we could see a volcano eruption on the west coast in the near future. Just what the things I've been tracking that, hold on, California volcano range. I just woke up. I stay up late because everybody's asleep, so that way if anything happens, I can keep everybody informed as possible. And the world's been kind of depressing lately, so I've slept a little more lately. Yeah, but one thing I pointed out the other day, where did you go? There it is that, like, if you'll notice, 200 years ago, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 volcanoes erupted in California. They were the, minor volcano eruptions in California. And then the last time a volcano erupted was, I think, 1915. It's 103 years ago. So volcanoes do erupt in California and on the West Coast. I mean, we have volcanoes all throughout the West Coast. They've been dormant for a while, but things have been getting interesting. So I'll make a video after this. Mount Etna just erupted in Italy. Yesterday in Italy. So things are getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? Things are getting wild. So, and sometimes people say crazy shit like, because you concentrate on the weather's crazy. Well, if that were true, so people imply that I'm causing either the weather to be crazy or volcanoes to erupt by focusing on them. If that were true, I would have made out with Taylor Swift, Emma Watson, Selena Gomez, Emilia Clarke, Rosario Dawson. Like, I would be laying in a bed with all of them because my mind tends to gravitate towards them quite often. Way more than I want it to, because it sometimes takes away from work. So that's not true, man. That's not true at all. Can't blame shit on me. Sure, some people might believe it, because some people are dumb. Sorry to say that, but it's true. They're just not that wise. So, yeah, you have science magically discovered 240 cubic new miles of semi-molten magma. The magma has a semi. So, this is fascinating to me. And, with the temperatures and all the weird shit that's been going on, like I say, we are watching. I wouldn't be surprised, because for those of us who follow the sun and think the sun affects the earth weather and the volcanoes and everything, that a grand solar minimum may actually be less hurricanes, or less compactly wound hurricanes, and more earthquakes and volcanoes. And so we haven't had sunspots for days. And it appears to me we're getting a volcano eruption like every 3 days. But scientists still guarantee you volcano activity is absolutely average. And that volcano activity has been average since modern records. So nobody has anything to worry about. But remember when science spent like 40 years telling us that smoking was not bad for your health? I don't know. I don't trust anybody. That, at all. Whether it be politicians, religions, science, governments. I trust God. But God is not a person, So, I've been watching this spot, which flares up pretty much almost every day. Right there. And the volcano range is up through here. And we had the Popocatépetl volcano erupt already twice this week, and it's down here. And then you have the Guatemala volcano erupted again a few days ago. It's down here. And so that's kind of the range. And so we are watching. No reason to panic. No reason to get scared. But I mean, things are pretty crazy all over the world. I've been asking people to come together and unite for these earth weather changes for about 5.75 years, but nobody's listening. They're too busy eating up the political chum that they throw in the waters. Apparently, Omarosa has secret tapes of Donald Trump calling her a nerf herder. Which is a Star Wars derogatory term. So that's bad, I guess. But then that king of reality TV said she didn't. So it's all he said, she said bullshit. But people love it. Yellow journalism is peeing all over your face. So I just woke up and it's so doomy. And I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. But I want to remind you, if you do enjoy getting the truth and crazy news like this, even though I don't enjoy bringing it to you, I recommend you support THORNEWS, especially now, since I'm trying to get out of Houston and go to Colorado. I'll leave my PayPal link for donations and contributions in the information box. But yeah, dude, they're saying it. So yeah, it's totally possible for a smaller volcano eruption in California in the future. That's interesting, right? Okay. And if you're like, hey, why should I support and help THORNEWS? Let me ask you this. Where did you hear this story before me? Okay? Sounds good? Sounds great. Everybody stay cool. Got a lot of stories to cover. I'll be back.